15th of October in the year 2025. We are in the Lower Hamlet in the Assembly Stars Meditation Hall, the Dharma Nectar Temple. And we're going to enjoy the three sounds of the bell together. When I hear that sound, a new dawn arrives. When you hear that sound, please smile the half smile. When you hear that sound, please look with compassion on all that is. Breathing in, I calm my body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Breathing in, you've arrived in the here and now. Breathing out, you're alive. How wonderful. Yeah. That is a song written by Pei, our teacher, about the sound of the bell. While you were happy farming, did you have a chance to learn some, we call them gathas, short verses? You did? Good. There are many connected to gardening and to farming. And some have to do with the bodhicitta, the mind of love, the mind of awakening. Some have to do with interbeing, and some have to do with the no birth and no death. Just a little poem of 4 lines, and so deep a teaching is available. May I cut you, dear stem of flowers, a gift of the earth and the sky. You are a bodhisattva, making life beautiful. Yeah. That is when you need to pick some vegetable, when you need to pick some herbs, when you need to pick a flower, you always like to ask what you're picking. Huh? Please, may I pick you? that is usually our practice, because we recognize this is a wonderful gift to us, and we are handing it on to be a gift to someone else. So we need to ask, may I pick you? And we know that the flower is only possible because of the sunshine and the rain. Yeah. Today when we are driving here from New Hamlet, it is so beautiful. The sunshine, the mist dispersing, the sun rising, and the trees. I'm so grateful for the trees. Some of them are very old. You see a very large trunk, a very tall tree, and you know that the tree has been there for much longer than most of us have been there, more than 100 years, breathing for us, giving us oxygen, and the sun keeping us warm, yeah, and the earth holding us up. We feel very grateful. So the next thing we need to ask is, the flower is a bodhisattva. It makes life beautiful. Am I a bodhisattva, or are you a bodhisattva? Are you a bodhisattva? Yes. I think all are bodhisattva. Even however old you are, maybe you are a tiny child, you are also a big bodhisattva. Does Mummy agree with that? I think so. And Daddy agree with that? Yeah. Sometimes maybe don't agree, but most of the time you agree with that. Yeah. It's wonderful to have the fresh bodhisattva, the little children. Actually, in each of us adults, there is also a little child, a little bodhisattva. So we all have a number of bodies. Maybe today we can look at those bodies that we have. And one of them is the Buddha body. And we know that before being Buddha, they were a bodhisattva. It's necessary to be bodhisattva before becoming Buddha. So in the Buddha body is always the bodhisattva body. And in some sutra somewhere, it says, maybe the Lotus Sutra, it says something like Avalokiteshvara was a Buddha in a past life, is now a bodhisattva. So you don't always be a bodhisattva first and then a Buddha. You may be a Buddha and then you go back to being a bodhisattva, because you always belong to the earth. Also in the Lotus Sutra, there is a part where the disciples listening to the Buddha, they see in the sky, up in the sky, they see a stupa. And in the stupa, they see there is a Buddha of ancient times, a Buddha called Prabhutaratna, many jewel Buddha sitting up there. And the disciples asked the Buddha, can we go up and sit with him, with Prabhutaratna? And the Buddha said, I have to call up all my transformation bodies in order for us to be able to all go up and sit. And the Buddha calls up all his transformation bodies from the earth. and then we have the spiritual power to be able to go up or bring Prabhuta Ratna down. And the Buddha and Buddha Shakyamuni and Prabhuta Ratna, they sit together. Yeah. That is teaching about many bodies. How we all, not just the Buddha, how we all have many bodies, which we will look at maybe later. Adorning a pure land in this world of suffering and change, that is the Saha world. That is what we call our world, where we are now, on this planet Earth. We call it the Saha world, a world where there is suffering, where things are changing all the time. Sometime in a good direction, sometime not. My mind is purified, and thousands of flowers reveal themselves. This is what when you are cooking, or when you are arranging your flowers, you're cooking your vegetable, you see that by your cooking and by your arranging the flowers, you can make this pure land arise right in the world of change. Maybe you don't have to do very much, you just have to really be there. And we always learn that the pure land, the kingdom of God, are not up in the sky somewhere. They are right here on this planet Earth. And sometimes we forget that. And we have to be reminded. We are reminded by our mindful steps. We are reminded by our deep breathing. Yes, here is a pure land. I don't have to wait until I die to go to the pure land. In fact, if I haven't touched the pure land while I'm alive, it's not very likely I will be able to touch it when I die. When you get there, Amitabha may ask you, have you touched the pure land? And you say, no, I've been waiting till I die. And Amitabha will say, well, it's a bit late now. And we can touch the pure land right here. I'm sure we've all done that. And not only can we touch it, but we can help it. We can help the pure land to continue right here. By the way we cook, by the way we adorn, by the way we arrange flowers, by the way we arrange flowers. And one verse that you must have learnt, I entrust myself to the earth. When you are planting trees, I'm sure you learnt this verse. I entrust myself to Mother Earth. Mother Earth entrusts herself to me. I entrust myself to the Buddha. The Buddha is our awakened nature. The Buddha entrusts themselves to me. That is beautiful. Can we sing it? I entrust myself. I entrust myself to the earth, to the earth, and she entrusts herself to me. I entrust myself. I entrust myself to the Buddha, to the Buddha, and they entrust themselves to me. I entrust myself to the earth. I take refuge in the earth. She is a beautiful bodhisattva, holding, protecting, giving me everything I need. And the earth entrusts herself to me. At least life on earth entrusts itself to me. I can do something for life on planet Earth. It seemed that investment in solar energy, the greatest increase in investment in solar energy in the past year has been with ordinary people, not with the companies, not with the public sector, but just people like you and me who have solar energy in their homes. Yeah. So don't feel you can't do anything. The earth entrusting herself to us, and we can, each of us, we can do something. I entrust myself to the Buddha. You don't have to be a Buddhist to entrust yourself to the Buddha. The Buddha nature, the ability to wake up, to see the truth, it is in each of us. And we entrust ourselves to that. We don't need to entrust ourselves to a Buddha outside of us. Well, we may sometime. We may, because we may entrust ourselves to our spiritual friends. We see the Buddha in them. If they weren't there, we would have no chance to practice. And the awakened nature, the Buddha nature, it entrusts itself to me. Yeah, it relies on me. It relies on my practice. The Buddha would not need to manifest if there were not the living beings who suffer. Yeah. And the living beings who suffer, they keep the Buddha nature alive in them. Weeding the garden. I don't know how much weeding our happy farmers do. I don't know if they practice permaculture where you do less weeding. But sometimes we have to weed the garden. Weeding in the historical dimension. I remember King Lee Hui Tong. I weed the garden for him, offering life to the world. Yeah. So when I practice weeding the garden, it's very important to keep in touch with my Buddha, my body citta, my mind of love. But I think you don't need to practice with the Vietnamese king. The story of this king is that he had an enemy, someone who wanted to get rid of him in order to have a different king. And one day he was, the king, was weeding in the garden, and his enemy came along, and he said, yes, there are certain weeds we need to eliminate. And the king understood very well what he meant. He meant you are going to be eliminated. And so he took poison, he took his own life, rather than have someone else have to take his life and suffer for that. So what I do when I'm weeding the garden and to keep my bodhicitta alive, I remember those who have died unjustly. Recently, I remember a black citizen of the United States who was on death row, and he became a bodhisattva, or he really was a bodhisattva already, but after he committed the crime, which he fully admitted and confessed, his bodhisattva nature arose again. And in the prison, he made it a place of practice. And in the prison, he helped many other prisoners. He's completely reformed. No way he would commit that kind of crime again. But people being human beings being what they are, he still had to undergo execution. So I when I'm weeding, I remember people like that. When I see their bodhicitta and their bodhisattva energy, I know that it continues. It is much, much stronger than death. It can never die. And I will do my best to continue it. Yeah. So that is one thing we can practice when we are weeding. There was a time when Thầy was a novice monk, and he was weeding in the temple, and one layperson came by, and the layperson said, "My son is very ill. Please recite the name of the Buddha for him." And so Thầy began to recite the name of the Buddha to bring peace to the father and to the son. And so that is also something we can do when we are weeding. We can send our energy of compassion and love to those who need our energy. Weeding in the ultimate dimension, I remember, this is Thầy writing, I remember the novice monk. For lifetime after lifetime, the Buddha, the awakened nature, protects all baby monks, the young people who decide that they are going to enter the monastic order. Cool water and the sun together make the earth green. The Bodhisattva's compassionate nectar falls on the desert, which becomes a vast ocean of green. This is a verse that you practice when you are watering the garden. The rain is falling, oh, so softly, washing every leaf of every tree, washing every care. Namo Valoki Deshvaraya. Namo Valoki Deshvaraya. The rain is falling, oh, so strongly, reaching every root of every tree, reaching every root of affliction. Namo Valoki Deshvaraya. Namo Valoki Deshvaraya. The rain is falling, oh, so loudly, playing the music of joy for 10,000s of beings. Namo Valoki Deshvaraya. Namo Valoki Deshvaraya. One day we were in the Upper Hamlet, and we were lying in hammock. It's round about where the monks' residence is now. There used to be some trees there, and we were lying in the hammock, and it started to rain. So we had to hurry back to the veranda of the new hamlet, of the Upper Hamlet, sorry. And then when we got there, Thầy said, please write a song about the rain. So then I wrote that song. Yeah, and I thought of it when we have talk about watering the garden, because the rain, the water, it is not a separate self-entity. The rain, it is sometimes it is a cloud, sometimes it is snow, sometimes it's a river, sometimes it's vapor, sometimes it is the ocean. And we need to see that the rain is also made of air, it's made of hydrogen and oxygen. The rain is made of earth, it contains minerals from the earth. The rain is made of the fire, the sun, because without the sun, the rain would be ice. Yeah, so the rain is something we need. And nowadays we see there's a drought, long period of drought, and then flood, and things are not quite in balance. So whenever I see the rain fall, I want to open my heart and feel my gratitude for the rain, because the earth, we need it, and you happy farmers, you need the rain. You heard, did you, that happy farmers will change the world? Did you hear that? Did you believe it? Yes, huh? Yeah, it's true. You know that now in the world there are 820 million people who do not have enough to eat. And there was a commission that was asked to look into when there are 10 billion human beings on the earth in the year 2050, how will we feed them all? And that commission came up with the answer, it will be possible. Well, now we cannot feed everyone because when I was on the road from New Hamlet to here, I saw a big sign. It said, "Stop le massacre des vaches," something like that. Stop the cow massacre. Yeah. So that's that kind of imbalance mean that many people have to go hungry. So happy farmers, what is the diet that we need for 2050? It is the plant-based diet. And that is what happy farmers are taking care of. With the help of the topsoil. One child in the summer retreat asked me, why do we have death? So at that time I said, well, when I die I will be happy because I've left space for somebody else to be born. But then I look again and I say, without death, there would be no topsoil. The topsoil is made completely of death, dying, dead, dead things. Yeah. So now we have to come to taking out the compost in the ultimate dimension. I look with non-dualistic eyes. I entrust the compost to the future, where it blooms as a flower. Yeah. So sometimes we don't like taking out the compost. It doesn't look so nice. This is before it's really become compost. It is rotting matter. A bin of rotting matter, a fragrant flower. All things are transforming. Impermanence is permanent. Yeah. So I think as happy farmers, you know how to work with rotting matter and help it return to the flower and the vegetable. That is a wonderful way of looking at life. Because we are inclined to be dualistic, we're inclined to divide things into fragrant and bad-smelling, beautiful and ugly. But as a happy farmer, when you are making compost, you realize that without this, you cannot have that. Without the smell, you cannot have the fragrance of the rose, whatever you put your compost on. maybe as an organic farmer you won't earn so much money, I don't know. We try and support you by buying by buying locally, by buying organic. Yeah, we do our best. But what about having organic farm, which is a community? I think that is the best way, huh? In the past, Plum Village also had to be self-supporting, had to be farmers, planting oats, soya bean, rape, things like that. But then Shuam said, maybe we can be a practice center, because people suffer so much that they need to be able to come to retreats, and so we will become like farmers in the sutra, where the Brahman stands in the way of the Buddha when the Buddha's going on the alms round and says, "You monks, you eat, but you don't work. You don't have a plow, you don't take care of the land," and so on. And the Buddha said, we do have a plow. Our plow is mindfulness. And so on, yeah. So we offer things in different ways, but if you love your hands in touch with the soil, the earth, if you feel that this is your bodhicitta, your mind of love, that you want to share, then you are a happy farmer. As I sweep leaves in the ultimate dimension, each leaf is a manifestation, playing hide and seek, not coming and not going. As I sweep the leaves in the ultimate dimension, I manifest along with the leaves. We both need the sun to be alive. Subject and object arise together. This is a poem written by Thầy, huh? So now we have many leaves to sweep, and we say that the leaf is a manifestation. It is manifesting like this, at this moment. And just like you are manifesting like you are at this moment. But you both come from millions of causes and conditions. They have come together to make it possible for you to manifest. And there will be a time when you don't manifest. Just as there will be a time when this leaf doesn't manifest like this anymore. it will go back to the earth. And you will go back to the earth. The earth element in you will go back to the earth element. The air element in you will go back to the air element. The water element will go back to the water element. So these things, they come together. They are made by our consciousness and coming together, seeing them come together. And then our consciousness sees them dissolve, go back to where they came from. So now we have to look at the different kinds of bodies. Thầy taught 8 kinds of bodies. The first is the human body, the body you have now, with its liver, with its heart, with its blood system, kidneys, skin. This is your human body. And we say that the human body is like the altar for the spirit, the human spirit, the spirit of humanity. Somebody, one Jewish rabbi is talking about not losing the soul, not losing the spirit of Judaism. There's a very great danger that this will be lost. And when I heard that, I said, but I think it's a danger of the soul of humanity is also in danger of being lost. So we need to respect our body, to take care of our body, in order for it, our human body, in order for it to be an altar on which the spirit of humanity can continue. So when we meditate, we can take care of our body. We can take care of our heart. Come back to ourselves. Feel that our heart is there. Feel the state our heart is in at the moment. And then send our love to our heart. The same for our liver. How is our liver doing? If not doing too well, we need to take care, to send our love to our liver, and with all the different parts of our body. So that is how we practice with the human body. The second is the Dharma body. I think while you've been here, you must have heard the morning chant. The Dharma body is bringing morning light. The Dharma body means your spiritual practice body. And when you receive the 5 mindfulness trainings, the 14 mindfulness trainings, you have another part of your Dharma body, which is called your mindfulness training body. If you are present in a transmission of the 5 or the 14 mindfulness trainings, you see the friends who come out and say, yes, I do, make the commitment to receive, learn about and practice this training. You see that after the ceremony their face and their eyes are very bright. That is the mindfulness training body manifesting in them. You say in the morning you say the Dharma body is bringing morning light. And that means that the Dharma body is your practice. It is very nice and maybe the easiest time to practice is when the day is just beginning to dawn. That is when Shakyamuni Buddha became enlightened, when the morning star rose. And so we also enjoy very much practicing meditation in the morning. When I was in Plum Village in the early days before we became a practice center, my sister and I, my Dharma sister and I, we used to get up early in the morning, and the first thing we had to do was not meditate. Well, we did a very special kind of meditation. It's to go out into the garden and find all the slugs who are happily eating. They love Vietnamese vegetables. They like them more than they like European vegetable. So these vegetables, like the bao, they disappear very quickly overnight, and we have to go out early in the morning, and we have little old tin. When we pick all the slug, put them in the tin, and then take them down, put them somewhere else. Ask them, please enjoy the grass or the dandelion down there. Don't eat my bao. So after that we practice a sitting meditation together. Yeah. So your mind, when you wake up in the morning, and your mind is refreshed, and so that is a very good time to meditate. But of course your Dharma body, it doesn't go to sleep after that. Your Dharma body stays awake during the day, so you can practice mindful breathing, mindful eating, mindful step throughout the day. So don't forget, these are all your bodies, and they're not somebody else's body. And the third is the Sangha body. That is, you are a cell in the Sangha body. Just a cell. But the Sangha body we sing that song, Every Little Cell in Me. I don't like that song. But so I don't want to think. But I changed it. I said, many little cells in my body are being born. And many little cells in my body are dying. I'm so glad that many little cells in my body can be born and die, because it means I can stay alive. Anyway, we are a cell in the Sangha body, and we want to do our best. If we are a liver cell, we want to do our best for the liver. We are a heart cell, we want to do our best for the heart. If we are any kind of cell, not some cells are better than others. And we say that we can practice the 3 powers. Each cell can practice 3 powers. The power of love, the power of understanding, and the power of cutting through afflictions, because that is what frees us, to cut through our afflictions. I am free, I am free, I am free. One time Thai witness, I am free. I am free. I am free. It means that I'm free because I cut through my afflictions. So this is what each cell in the Sangha body is doing. And of course we need all the other cells. We cannot survive without them. So please keep your Sangha body wherever you go. Even if temporarily you are cut off from the Sangha in your spirit, don't ever forget the Sangha, and make your temporary distancing from the Sangha as short as possible by founding your own Sangha. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Buddha body. I have a calligraphy of Thai, and when I look at that calligraphy, it had say representing the Buddha or something, and Thai wrote the word Buddha with a small b. So now it's my habit to write the word Buddha with a small b. That is have 2 reasons. One, I do not want to, when I write I also write with a small I. I don't write I like that. So I think it's only fair to not make Buddha have a capital B. So that is one thing. And also the other thing is that Buddha, it means awakened nature. So it's like an adjective. And if we put the capital B, maybe we think Buddha is some kind of being outside of us. We forget Buddha is in us, that we have the Buddha body. The Buddha had a human body. The Buddha Buddha Shakyamuni had a human body. So Buddha Shakyamuni had to deal with all the ups and downs the human body has to deal with. but also had the Buddha body, the awakened nature. The fifth body that you have is your body outside of your body. In the Satipatthana Sutta, you have the section that says, meditate on the body outside of the body. Meditate on the body outside of the body. We come back and we meditate on our body inside our body. And then when we do that, we discover that our body is also outside of our body. So there is the meditation that you do when you urinate, urinating in the ultimate dimension. There is a wonderful exchange. You and I are not two. There is no lack and no excess. So this has to do with the water element, which has become part of us. We consider when it's in our body to be us. And then when it's outside of our body in the form of water before we drink or after we drunk, in the form of urine, we consider it to be not us anymore. You and I are not two. That is, So we learn to see that those elements, the water, the sun, the rain, they are outside of us. They are our body outside of us. And so when we look at the trees, we see the trees as our lungs. When we look at the sun, we see the sun as our heart. And we also see that our actions of body, speech and mind, they leave us. They bring their energy out into the world. And that energy is also our body outside of our body. Even when we think something, we don't just have to say something or do something. When we think something, it's already our body outside of our body. That energy goes out into the world. This is thừa cái thân, our continuation body. When we eat a meal, we say something like, eating in the historical dimension, I nourish all my ancestors. I open up a path, an upward path for my descendants. So this is my continuation body. I continue my ancestors. And I want to continue the beautiful things. I want to transform the not so beautiful things of my ancestors when they come up in me. But I cannot deny that I am my ancestors. And my descendants, if you're a layperson, you have your children, you may have your grandchildren. If you are monk or nun, you have your younger brothers and sisters. You have your spiritual children. So we all have that. We all have descendants, and we want to open up a way for them to continue beautifully. This body of mine has been there for millions of years. It's been there for billions of years. Yeah. It is, I want it to continue beautifully into the future. So now I am eating my meal. I'm eating for my parents, my grandparents, all my ancestors. But at the same time, I am eating for my descendants, those who come after me. And I'm eating mindfully because I want to be worthy of the food that I have been given. It is true, I have not really done very much work for the food that I receive. And if I am dispersed, if I am thinking about the future, thinking about the past that have nothing to do with the food, if I'm reading a book while I'm eating or watching the television while I'm eating, then the food is wasted. And I cannot say that I am worthy to eat it. When I am eating a meal, I remember, as it says in the song, those who are hungry. I remember those who don't have anything to eat. And that is my inspiration to really be mindful, to be grateful for every mouthful. And if while I'm eating, I'm not really eating the food is like a ghost, then I'm letting down the people who don't have anything to eat today. Cosmic body, pháp giới thân. this means that my body contains the whole cosmos. We also have a calligraphy. The bread you hold in your hand is the body of the cosmos. So in our own body, in the bread, we can see the dust of the stars. In our bones, we know the calcium is there. It's from the stars. So we recognize our body is contain the whole cosmos. Pháp giới thân, the nature, Pháp giới tánh thân, the nature of the cosmos, the true nature of the cosmos. So this body does not just contain the historical dimension of the cosmos. It also contains the true nature of the cosmos. And the true nature of the cosmos is not born, not dying, not coming, not going, not the same, not different, not one, not many. This is the teaching of the middle way. We have in our way of thinking, we have opposites. We say that someone is alive and someone is dead. We say someone is being and we say someone is non-being. And we are caught in those ideas. The idea of being and non-being. The idea of always there, or the idea of nothing left. They are both ideas. And the Buddha said that the Buddha teaches the Dharma dwelling in the middle way. What is the middle way? The middle way is this is because that is. This is not because that is not. When the causes and conditions are there, this arises. When the causes and conditions are not there, this ceases to manifest. That is the middle way. It is not being, it is not non-being. It is interbeing. Weeding in the historical dimension. I'm in touch with the ultimate dimension and smile. The ultimate reveals itself, and at once the historical is free. The cosmic nature body is to be able to see that this is because that is. Not to be caught in any theory, not to be caught in eternalism, that things will always be like that, not to be caught in annihilation, things won't be like that anymore, but to be able to see that this is because when the causes and conditions are right, this manifests. When the causes and conditions are not right, this ceases to manifest. That is the cream of the Buddhist teachings, which we can transmit to be part of a global spirituality. It means that we practice in order to make the causes and conditions possible for what is beautiful, what is good, and what is true. And we practice in order to relieve the suffering in ourselves and in others. And when we are aware that we have these 8 bodies, we know that we can call on any of them in a situation where we don't know what to do. And another reason why Thai has taught these 8 bodies, sometimes we call on the Sangha body, sometimes we call on our ancestors, sometimes we call on the ultimate dimension, depending on what we need. And Thai also, that's one reason why Thai taught the 8 bodies, and the other reason is that we are not a separate self. We are the cosmic body, the cosmic nature body, but there's no I in that. There's no I that has to carry something. We allow the 8 bodies to do these things. We don't stand in their way, in the way of our 8 bodies. But we are very clear that we are not a separate self who has to suffer, who has to be happy, or so on. There is happiness, there is suffering, that is true. But there's not an I who has to carry that. When someone that we love very much is not manifesting anymore, we play that game of hide and seek. We know that that person is not manifesting in that form anymore, but they are manifesting in many other forms. Maybe they are manifesting in ways that we had never imagined that they could manifest. So wide and so deep. So we play that game of hide and seek. So that nothing is lost. If you look at this leaf, you look at the continuation body of this leaf, you will see that it is going back to the earth and nourishing the the new leaf on the tree. Be food for the tree to nourish the new leaf. When I had to write for the young OI, I said that you are our inspiration. Young OI means the young members of the Order of Interbeing. I said you are our inspiration. I said that you are making arrangements to bring Brother True Great Voice and Sister True Original Vow to Plum Village for the June celebration in 2026. But now Brother True Voice is not manifesting in the kind of form that you were thinking to bring here. But don't worry, you will bring him here in a different form. And that is your aspiration, your great aspiration for inclusivity, for non-discrimination, the things that Brother Great Voice spent his whole time doing. Oh, enough, huh? Thank you for listening. We will listen to 3 sounds of the bell.